smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's gonna make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Caden Whitlow, got it.
Keeping it 100.
He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man in Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now them out stuck like the Jew and now and laters. Debaters, straws get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names. Wait, 2 fucking games?
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it
man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is good, TTNL family? It's Wednesday night. Y'all in the right place, watching the best bear show on the planet. Before we get into anything, just want you guys to make sure you like, share, subscribe on our TTNL YouTube channel. And for more in-depth analysis and tape breakdown, please I love our at thetapeneverlies.com. We are coming off of a win. A win is a win. Wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. We're going into
Fuck you, bullets.
So I'm sure the fellas got a lot to get into. So without further ado, let me bring the guys out. Mr. Shane, smartest man Marcel.
Hey.
Grab Dr. Phil.
Yo.
What's up,
Yo.
They should have went for 2, Shane.
Should have went for 2. The
Should've
math
went
is
for 2.
the math is mathing.
The math is mathing.
Yes. Cherie.
Hello.
How are you? Long time no see.
I know.
Long time no see, Cherie. I love Cherie's mom.
We all love Miss Deborah. Where is Miss Deborah?
She's probably in here somewhere.
As long as Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
Tell him, Thomas. Cherie's buying a Thomas Jones fat head.
I need to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You might buy one to put on her wall too. But whoa. Whoa. Yikes.
Oh my god. The drops. It's
Oh.
just so slick and skinny in a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
See, there she goes. You talk her up.
There she is.
There she is.
What's up, Miss Deborah?
Love you, Lady Bear, too. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'm an afterthought.
That's right.
Oh, you're the finishing line.
Nobody puts Cherie in the corner.
You better
Right.
put Cherie in the corner.
Oh, Thomas might throw her in the corner and you know.
She wouldn't.
Jeepers creepers.
Actually, I was gonna text Brett today.
Brett must have had the best day of his life.
I was gonna say because he did go to the game, right?
I think we hit the over already on Roma Dunze touchdowns. I think it came in at 4.5. I believe.
Wow, we just got big all of a sudden.
Yeah. That's what happens. You play with it, it gets bigger.
I'm doing good.
Stop touching shit.
Happy. I'm doing good. I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm in Iowa.
Iowa.
I'm in Iowa.
I got it up.
Where is Claude?
Where is
Gotta
Claudio?
pull that guy out of mouthballs, man.
Where's Claudio? Bring the whole cast back.
Stay tuned tonight. You might hear from Claudio. Stay till the very end.
There you go.
Corn Planter heard that. It's probably rubbing one out right now.
He got his jackal fix and
He
left.
did. Jackal and now Claudio.
I saw Jackal today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was Jackal? I was texting him back and forth for about 20 minutes last night during his
He was responding.
Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees
Oh, who won that?
matchup. Boston is up 1-0 in the series.
Oh no, Coach
And
O's
they're
pissed.
currently tied
I was gonna say
3-3.
it's tied right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. I don't pay attention. When Cap and Hoodie are talking Cubs, I just doze off.
Look at this. Isaac Siegel kicking us
Right out
off.
the gate. Right out the gate.
$20. Hey guys, so I just wanted to say I like DA so far, even with the struggles. Feels like him and Harris are using aggressive coverage to make up for the D line being so weak. Thanks for everything this season so far. Well, thank you, Isaac. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Isaac.
I mean, who the fuck could have seen defensive line struggles coming? I mean, they
I would
fucking
draft
popped up
a tight
out of
end.
nowhere. I mean, I sit here and I'm like, what the fuck? How could it be?
That's what I
even
said. You know,
believe it.
that's what I said. Always draft a tight end, top 10. That's what I've been saying for the past 10 years.
I mean, that shit came out of nowhere. Fuck.
Yeah.
Especially with how well they drafted.
Yeah.
Network has been pounding the table on the.
I can see Ryan in the
analysis.
draft room. Hey, could you guys bring up the defensive lineman? Gross. Take him down. Nope. Move on.
We're gonna shock.
Top of your fucking class.
We're gonna do something. It's gonna shock everybody.
We're gonna rewrite history in professional football. The trenches. Nope. You win with tight ends
And
Nope.
receivers.
and receivers.
And
Yes.
defensive backs.
And you make them all healthy scratches.
Yeah.
Today at Palace Hall, we worked out 3 special teams defensive backs, 3 special teams D linemen, and 3 special teams linebackers.
Oh my God! When I saw
Not one running back was in attendance.
the lineup, Ryan Cox texted me and he's like, "Don't look, Shane," because it just none of it makes sense to me. None of it. Jared Perry sent me a DM and he gave me a list of like 7 fucking running backs that the Seattle Seahawks have on their roster and practice squad combined, and the Bears are just like, nope. We good. Roshan, let's go. Defensive lineman, no, we're good. We'll just pay $32 million to Deo.
So
Jesus.
Paul Rodriguez.
We gave Deo a fucking drop on here and he's fucking us over. We should just
Ryan
fucking
Poles.
delete that.
I don't know if I've hated someone so much as I do Ryan Poles. It's like a race. George and Ryan.
Fuck
No,
you,
I think-
bullets.
I think you hated Ted more.
No, I've never hated anybody. Like, I despise what is going on with the Bears in regards to building a roster. Wait, Travis Homer's coming back.
Yeah,
Let's
great.
wait for him. Ryan Poles has his. We're gonna shock the world. We're gonna take Ruben Hippolyte here.
Yeah, do you know how many By the way, Ruben Hippolyte, how many snaps did he play in Vegas as a 4th round pick that you drafted for his elite level speed? How many snaps did he play on defense Sunday in Vegas?
3.
Ivan says 3. Cherie, how many?
I'll say 4.
Cherie says 4. Phil?
I'm gonna go one higher, Bob.
Phil's
I'm
going to go
going
5. Well,
Are we doing the prices right?
That's what I'm
I-
saying.
I'm going 6.
so 3, 4, and 5. Well, if Phil had said 5
5?
special team tackles or special team snaps,
Please.
he would have been correct because he played 0 defensive snaps in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
0.
That's
Yeah.
such a great choice, Ryan.
It's
You
fun.
did such a great job.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Roshan Johnson's
Yeah.
fucking impressive on
That
special.
filler piece that we got.
I'm telling you, he runs down there and whiffs on tackles like no one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
he did
even
make
Ben
them.
even Ben Johnson, he's like, no, we got Roshan back. He's getting healthy. We'll try to get him in there. Well, first
He's been
off,
getting healthy for 3 years.
right. First off, if he's not healthy, why is he on the game day roster? That's
Yeah,
my question.
exactly.
It just
Why?
none of it makes sense.
0 sense. He looks like a fucking Mr. fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man out there. It's fucking pathetic that he's on this roster.
So
Boy, Hardy though plays fucking special teams, man.
Yeah.
That guy runs down there. How the fuck did
He played-
Bayard not win the defensive player?
yeah,
of
it's
the
a
week?
travesty.
It is a disgrace. Bro.
Yeah. Quinyon Mitchell from the Philadelphia Eagles
This dude
won it
had
with 5
2
tackles and
picks.
5 passes defensed. Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't. I mean, it's the
And he had that tackle of the game.
yeah,
The play.
right. The 3rd down tackle.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called the Chicago Bears tax. And if you don't believe that there is one, there is one. 100%. And just to update everybody at home, in Travis Homer's Chicago Bears career as a running back, he has 6 carries for 23 yards
telling you, we
with a
could
lo-
build a team around him.
with a long of 6 yards.
Ryan Poles, he knows how to fucking find running backs, man.
Yeah,
He just lets David Montgomery out of town.
yeah.
Don't give him no love. Don't put a plan on him. I've never hated anyone more than I do Ryan Poles. I'm just telling you. I don't even know how I'm going to survive watching him build a roster. It's got to be Ben. They got to bring someone else in to help him. He's atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not going anywhere. I mean, unless the Bears completely shock everybody. I
don't know. I hate the way he walks around. Honestly, I feel I'm confessing now. It's coming all out right now. I
clip
don't
it.
I
Anyways.
don't like it. I don't like how he carries himself, how he acts higher than thou, how he has nothing to show for it, how he ignores the defensive end position, how he drafts punters before ends, how every fucking pick he makes is full of injury. Every guy, think about it. Brisker, Gordon, Tremaine Edmonds, DJ Edwards is hurt now. You signed him.
Yeah.
Who else? Roshan Johnson.
I mean, he's on the hook for everybody. But yeah, it's
Think
just
about every fucking guy he picks is injured.
I say I'm just sick of
Loveland. Gotta get a tight end, guys.
Well, and that's the thing, and I know everybody defaults to, well, that was Ben's pick. Well, then educate your fucking coach that's not the way to fucking go when you're in the top 10. I mean, it's fine. But I don't want to waste
I just
our
had to get it
time
out.
talking about Ryan polls. These came out today, Phil, and I would like your thoughts. We got some renderings of the new Chicago Bears stadium, and Front Office Sports put out it's the same architecture company, group that built Allegiant Stadium for the Raiders is doing the Bears stadium. So they did side by side, and it's essentially a cookie fucking cutter. I know you can't really see that, but that's
there it is. Allegiant Chicago Stadium.
They better be coloring in those fucking end zones. I like that they made the pivot to the dark end zones at Soldier Field. They should be doing that in the new one. Would be my hope, and that it's not all.
I would like if that. Do you see the windows back there? I would like if that was some type of retractable, like a garage door, type of setup where you can lift it up and you have some open air.
So
I don't mind it being a close, but just have some type of open air around.
So drunk assholes from the city could bring the city scooters into the game.
Oh, jeez. they cut them off. They cut them off at certain points.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm sure it's going to look a little bit different, but I was hoping for something a little bit more, a little bit more character, and I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, this isn't the finalized thing. Yeah, I'm fine with the dome, William. I am, just because it's going to be multi-use. It's gonna get the Bears a Super Bowl. There's going to be Final Fours there. Big Ten championships. All of that. So there's going to be, a ton of stuff there. And that's just what today is. And I mean, when you're in a place like...
I'm not a big fan of domes.
No, overall, I get it. But for they're not going to build a stadium and not have it be multi-use.
Yeah, well, I was 10 feet from, speaking of Cherie, bringing up Ted, when me and Jim were on the bus, and I'm like, it's not going to be retractable. And Ted turns around that moment where she's pissed off, and he turns and says to me, this is the only time he spoke, was, no, we've done the research. It's too expensive.
Yeah, well, they say that, the return on investment.
Yeah, on the retractable dome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big believer in home field advantage. But it is what it is. We know they're doing the dome. There's no way around it. They need their own stadium. Needs to happen. And I'm not as down on Soldier Field as people are, like the UFO and all those shots. I think it's awesome watching a game in there.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
getting out of there sucks.
Yeah, getting out of there sucks. But listen. In today's day and age, you gotta own your own stadium, and I mean that's the problem. It's all about the bottom line, and they're gonna be worth a hell of a lot more than $8.9 billion once they get their new stadium, and then you got the naming rights on top of it. So, but and then it's just like with the atmosphere, and it's not. This isn't just going to be the stadium, it's going to be the entertainment district. That's,
right.
Other than the volume limit or whatever that was, the guy that night, what was the noise ordinance?
What was his name? Bubble Butt?
Gary,
where are you? Gary.
Yeah. But there's going to be tailgating zones right next to the stadium, and that's going to be big, and obviously parking and all of that. And like you said, Phil, when you're in New England, other than it sucking getting out of there, you have everything at your disposal in terms of sports books and places to shop and places to eat, and I mean, Jesus, there's movie theaters and everything. And that's
George McCaskey. They're asking for money from people now. What do we call this? They want
Private investors?
taxpayer- No, they want taxpayer money.
Well, the way that they're doing that, though, they're doing that because of the they phrase it as infrastructure for the state. So the money isn't for the stadium. The money, the public funding is for
What's
the infrastructure.
I fucking told you. I told you they're gonna try to fuck us somehow. I do it.
How about you just were written that your assessment was 8.9 billion? How about you take some of your money?
But this isn't breaking news. I mean, we talked about this.
Fuck.
When this first came out, we knew that they were going to phrase it the night we had Jim on, that they were going to phrase it the infrastructure, surrounding the stadium, the sewer and the water lines and everything that needed to be upgraded. So that's their, right, like what Bullet's saying.
Planes and automobiles, Bullets. The McCaskey. They'll try to name it after Virginia McCaskey Stadium, and I will fucking vomit on the street.
Well, that is the single dumbest fucking. You might as well take, multi-millions and just fucking light it on fire. You're the Chicago Bears. The naming rights to that is going to be astronomical for the new stadium. And if they want to name it after Virginia McCaskey, I mean, that's what Jerry Jones said, to the Cincinnati Bengals. He goes, "Hey, I admire that you want to name it after your father, but I'm also the one that is going to be cutting you a check, because of your, the revenue sharing, because you don't want to sell your naming rights for the stadium because you want to name it after your dad." And Jerry's right.
He's right. So who makes a good muffin? Because Pillsbury. Dunkin' Donut Stadium, Shane.
This is literally the least I could give two fucks. If Green Bay wants to call us sissies because they play in a dome, I mean, we don't heat our grass like they do in Green Bay, right?
Imagine the Tape Never Lies Stadium. There you go.
TTNL Stadium.
We need a couple of sponsors.
Thunderdome. Yes. The White Glasses Stadium.
Look at me and how I react to this.
Yikes. Yikes.
George is going to name a street on the way to the stadium after TTNL.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Tape Never Lies way.
Thank you.
How about this? That might, I don't know if you guys are thinking about it. Does Virginia get a statue?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Really?
Probably. Wow. Put it right out. Yeah, it'll be in the church that they build in the stadium.
Okay. Okay. If it's there, if it's somewhere
Virginia,
where Virginia was hanging around, cool.
Yep.
The ticket office, whatever. But
wait till you hear about the no swearing ordinance on Sundays in the new stadium.
Zone. In this area, there is no swearing. Remember, we were growing up, there was like smoking sections in restaurants and shit. When I was growing up, was that for smoking or non? And you'd be like, what's available?
Sections? Dude, my old man was just ripping fucking heaters right in the middle of the restaurant while they were eating dinner.
Oh my God. That's what you didn't have section?
Back in the day? I mean, holy shit. God, I can remember them you could just smoke wherever.
Non-smoking section.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a smoker, but my dad was.
My grandfather, I remember going to breakfast and just underneath the smoke, eating the food underneath the smoke.
Yeah, fucking smoke. Right.
I was short enough,
Camel Lights or whatever the hell.
He had Marlboro. He was Cowboy Killers.
Marlboro.
He's a red guy.
Marlboro man. Thank you.
It's very nice.
Jamna 4. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
This is going
Look at
to be
positivity.
This is going to be a condensed keeping it 100 tonight for the
Yes.
bye week.
We're very under the weather, both me and Shane.
I'm not under the weather. I'm just fucking beat. I'm fucking dragging. Yeah.
I'm under the weather. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Yeah, who knows? Well, let's get into it. You want to have a little bit of fun? Ivan, you're on screen here. You can participate in this portion of it. Before we move ahead, did our stuff all get moving around here? It did. Yeah. Before we move ahead, let's take a little look back and do this.
Philatogen, Shane Marshall, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear.
There we go.
Then let me do what I hired to do.
You tell them. Bear up, bear down. Bears versus Raiders. Ivan Vargas, you are going to kick us off with your bear. Or where are we going first? Bear up or bear down?
What do you want to do?
You always go to bear down first.
Okay, all right, we'll go. We got a bigger strip. Bear down, easy, Braxton Jones. Easy, Braxton Jones. And it's about time that, I mean, they realize it on the field, right? It was something that you couldn't get away from. Truly, I believe they would have lost that game if Braxton Jones was on that final drive for the Chicago Bears. I just don't see him being able to do what – I don't know if he's healthy, if he's injured, or if he just can't, do physically what other guys could do on the team. Even Benedict, he struggled at right, but he was playing decent at left, which is kind of ironic to me. It's kind of crazy. I'm not understanding that. Maybe he's
not a good right tackle.
Right. Maybe he's just
he
better
feels
suited.
more comfortable on left. Yeah.
But he played way better than Braxton. The production that we got from him was better than what Braxton Jones gave us. And it's just is what it is, man. He was always a backup that Ryan Poles reached for.
Yeah.
That's a good call. I like it. I'm glad I'm still in the game.
Does that bring me up next?
No.
Everyone in order? Oh, all right. I
Well,
won't.
went this way.
I won't take Cole Kmet. So, Phil, you take Cole Kmet.
That's my layup choice. And obviously, I think every fan known to the network knows how I feel about Cole. And just like Braxton, how I felt about Braxton is how I felt about Cole. And it shows itself in the big games. The drop with the throw down the seam is just, it's so pretty, the throw. And to see it dropped is like pathetic, to be honest. And then the scramble run drill and the worst play-by-play commentary that I've ever heard. I think it's up there.
Yeah, Adam
5.
Archuleta.
Adam Archuleta. Looking at Caleb throw that ball to Cole Kmet on a dime, on an absolute dime, and Cole Kmet drops that ball when he has an opportunity to make a great play for Caleb Williams. It's just disappointing. And then Cole's blocking and effort in his route. I mean, you just see it. I don't know what to tell you when it comes to Kmet. There's high-end potential, and there's just letdown. I mean, a zebra doesn't change its stripes. I think he dropped the ball 3 or 4 times off the top of my head, and then he had the 2 false start penalties on top of the bad play, the bad blocks. It's always like
critical penalties.
Yep.
He doesn't know like how to finish a block like with aggression. it's always like, I hope I fit this and I hope I make it. There's no intensity and purpose. And it's like a dick tease. It's just pathetic on every level. I don't know what to do with Cole Kmet. He's up there with Ryan Poles for me. It gets so infuriating. Like he'll make like this hard catch out of nowhere and then drop like 5 easy catches. And
I'm gonna tell you, shit in your hat and get the hell off the field.
Exactly,
coach.
That's what we would do. Tell him to get off the field. Give somebody else an opportunity. Smythe, my guy Stevenson, send a message to Cole. It's not okay.
Yeah.
There you go. My bear down, Cole.
I'm going to go to the other side of the ball, and I'm going to go with a guy that didn't play much last year and has been hurt every year here. He's a guy that likes to talk and send out cryptic messages on social media. That is our safety, number 9, Jaquan Brisker. So you got to be better, man. I mean, this is a critical year for you moving forward as an NFL player. Now, you haven't gotten hurt yet, so that's great. There's zero chance that I'm offering Jaquan Brisker any type of an extension other than a 1-year cursory prove-it deal at a low number to come back. Beyond that, I'm not interested. When your team is struggling, and Phil pointed this out very early, something as simple as blocking on an interception return where you may have sprung the guy free completely for a touchdown on Byard's first interception. And you're just staring, and then you're backtracking like you're playing basketball, and you end up blocking nobody. But then, you know what I mean? You haven't made a play, but then you're up in guys' faces on third down when they drop the ball. Go do your job. Let the other shit fall by the wayside. Go make a fucking play. I don't need to hear you on social media. I don't need to see you on the field celebrating when you didn't make a play. Go play football, because that's the thing. He's extremely talented. Jaquan Brisker is. He could be a tone setter. Have you guys seen him make plays this year?
No.
Couple nice tackles.
I think
I've seen a couple bad missed tackles.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
So Jaquan Brisker is my bear down. So then we flip this.
One other thing.
Yeah.
I just hate a guy that talks a lot but doesn't back it up on the field. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
It's as embarrassing as the Green Bay sucks chant when you're not even playing them.
Yeah.
It's that embarrassing. Shut your mouth, make a fucking play, then talk. He doesn't make plays, Shane. You're right.
Yeah. I'm not going to take the low-hanging fruit on bear up, because I know we'll flip this around and I'll start it off. I'm going to go with QB1, Caleb Williams. Was it the prettiest game? Absolutely not. Did he miss some throws? 100%. When it was nut crunching time, Caleb was out there making plays. He should have had a better day. But Phil's bear down took away from that in 2 huge plays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Ivan, if you've gotten a chance to look at the tape yet, but that play to Cole Kmet down the sideline, 35 yards on a fucking rope. I would love to know the velocity that ball was thrown at. Adam Archuleta live on TV said, "Oh, he ran out of room." No, he didn't run out of room.
If he's a better, like if he's Rome, maybe Rome has a better chance of making that catch. Maybe
But he
DJ has a better chance of making it.
He still should have fucking caught it.
I agree.
Still should have caught it.
I agree, but he's just. I could see just a better pass catcher. I could see maybe catching it, but that's not him. Sorry.
And so the tweets will be a little bit obviously condensed tonight and different too. So I'll just bring part of the the tweets, and this isn't specifically a tweet, but it's going to play into my bear up. And obviously, you guys know when we started this, the tape never lies. That's what we're based on. We're not based on stats. And just to show you where stats can lie, I'm going to share this with you. Geno Smith had a quarterback rating on Sunday of 73.0. He had 2 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions. Both touchdown passes were dump offs to the running back. Caleb Williams had a quarterback rating of 73.3. 73 for Geno, 73.3 for Caleb.
That's not the game I saw.
But my point entirely is people that don't really understand football, have no interest in even watching tape, are going to go to QB rating and look at that and say, well, he didn't play any better than Geno Smith. That's where all of this shit, where you can put it all into a ball and make yourself a big shit sandwich with it, with these numbers, and come away with really whatever conclusion that you want. Nobody with a fucking brain would watch that game on Sunday and put Geno Smith on an even playing field with Caleb. Like I said, Caleb didn't have a great day overall. I'm not saying that, but it just shows you how numbers and how they're computed is bullshit. Because you know why his number is higher? Because of a dump off to a running back. And he had 2 of them. But he also had 3 critical interceptions that, let's be honest, were game altering. 73.0 for Geno, 73.3 for Caleb Williams. That's crazy. It's crazy. So Caleb Williams, you're my bear up.
It's a great bear up, and it's deserving because, as Ivan said, that's not the game he watched. So when blog boys and nerd boys and all these fucking people talk about percentages and stats, they are so fucking pathetic. That's why we say it all the time. Go ahead.
Do you want some stats? If you're a stat boy, here, I'll give you this one. And you can run with it and wrap it up in a fucking bow and go fuck it later after this show is over, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, stuff your stats in a sack, motherfucker.
Right. Through his first 21 games, Caleb Williams has 28 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Those are some nice stats. How good are they? That is the best start to a career by a number 1 overall draft pick in NFL history. So there you go. And if you want another stat, here's one for you. This is for the Justin Fields fans. Justin Fields is a starting quarterback for 3 different teams. Their team's records are 0-25 when the opposing team scores 20 or more points. There's another stat for you, for people that love stats. Have fun with that one.
All right. Well, is it my bear up?
No, it goes to me.
Philip Atoshin.
And I take the layup again. And that will be Kevin Byard. As the old man deserves the game ball. Great plays all around. He's doing things the last couple weeks against Dallas and then against Vegas that you want your safety to be able to do. Read, react, and create turnover. Especially when you're playing a lot of man coverage, you have to have that free man safety, be able to jump some routes. Awesome job by him. And then We gave a lot of props to Andrew Billings, deservedly so, on BHL. Billings filling, and then Byard coming in on that big third down to force the long field goal, wrapping up and putting him down for a loss. I don't know how he's not the defensive player of the week when you get 2 interceptions and the amount of plays that he made on the field, but he's definitely my bear up this week. Kevin Byard is my bear up.
There you go.
There you go. Ivan Vargas.
Ivan, do you want some help for bear up?
Fuck you, bullets.
No, I and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually just gonna give Cairo an honorable mention because some of those field goals were tough. And I know he's made those kicks before, but he's also missed those kicks before. But like the pressure that was on him, it was a tough situation. He answered it. But I'm gonna go with a lesser known, and I'd mentioned his day before. I'm gonna go with Theo Benedict. You asked him.
Really?
You asked him to go ahead and play a position that he's not good at. He goes and steps up, tries to answer the bell. He gets moved to left, and he does. You know what I mean? And they've been talking about him, and they've been talking about development with him and learning with him and how he's progressed. Now he's gotten his opportunity, and he answered the call. Like that's something that you want. That's the player that you want. Is he the best? I don't know. I don't know what he's going to be at left tackle, but he was damn sure better than what we had. And for somebody to come off of an injury, from another regime that was terrible, this coaching staff they didn't have to go ahead and give him a shot, but they did, and he's able to go ahead and answer that. And now he's going to be the left tackle for the Chicago Bears against the Washington Commanders in 2 weeks. So I'm going to give him his credit and his flowers for stepping up and answering the call as was he undrafted, correct? Or was he?
Yeah, UDFA.
Yeah, undrafted UDFA
Canada.
From Canada. He stepped in and he answered a call. And at the toughest, probably the toughest offensive line position next to center, right? Like left tackle, center, those are tough fucking positions. And he went ahead and did that.
Yeah, and he did. He definitely stepped up because, I mean, in game at right tackle, he got fucking mollywopped a couple of times and just sat there and just like, okay. And I'm like, that's not great. So for him to come in there and settle it down, and just going back and watching the tape, you can see. You still see the stiffness in Ozzy, but you got to give him some credit. He had a couple reps where he stonewalled Max Crosby.
Yeah,
he did.
And that's important.
I thought you were going to go with Josh Blackwell. That's who I thought Ivan was going to go.
No, I mean,
a big play.
Yeah, you could go a couple places. I just thought,
but that was good.
It was a critical spot, man.
We needed him. So you're right.
So.
Yeah.
That was great. Then Ozzy got his chance to go in there, and like Shane said, he didn't look bad. That was especially going up against Max Crosby, who had been dominating Theo and fucking Braxton Jones. So it was nice to see him step in there and show something. Ozzy, that is. And Theo Benedict, great choice. But I really wanted to give a shout out to Blackwell. I think Blackwell deserves some defensive reps over Nashawn Wright. I just don't see it with Nashawn.
I don't see it with him either.
I know he made the big play against Dallas, but this dude's always backing out of there and just allowing dudes third down situation. You're supposed to be a big, tall
he's scared
corner.
to get beat. He's scared to get beat over the top, so he's overcompensating by bailing.
I'd like to see more Blackwell playing for him if you're going in that package. I'm not a fan. But that's the story for another
I know
day.
why Phil likes Blackwell, because he was a waiver claim by Ryan Poles.
Over from the Eagles.
Yeah,
right?
They cut him and tried to sneak him through onto the practice squad, and Poles claimed him.
Maybe the best claiming. I'm a big fan of Black. He can play safety or
And they extended him.
Or corner. And he's a great special teamer. Although I believe our best special teams player is Hardy. Dude is always running down on kicks, making plays.
Travis Homer just texted me and said, fuck you.
Yeah. Haven't seen Homer do shit yet. Haven't seen it.
Josh Blackwell is the modern day Sherrick McManus, right?
So there you go. Maybe better than McManus.
That's a good comp. As far, yeah.
One of the best moves Phil Emery ever made. He traded fullback Tyler Klutz to Houston for Sherrick McManus.
Who was the other? We had
He didn't know that was gonna happen. He didn't know what he was doing.
what was his name? The other special teams linebacker?
Brendan Iambadejo.
Iambadejo. That was it.
Yeah.
He went to the Ravens.
That was a Phil Emery as well, right?
No.
No. That was
Iambadejo was back in the Super Bowl years.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
he wasn't? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
you're
definitely
right.
Jerry. Yeah, that was definitely Jerry.
Super Bowl years, one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I loved Corey Graham.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite players. I thought Lovey.
There was a lot of politics there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His brother's actually in prison for life about 40 minutes from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. But I mean, I'm not going to go down the Corey Graham rabbit hole of why he didn't get love here. He definitely deserved to, but yeah, it's a sad deal, but he was a good player.
Yeah. Loved Corey Graham. I loved DeMontre Hurst.
Yeah.
Felt like he got a bad deal. I thought he was a great nickel corner. Never got a shot, enough shot. Then we let that dude Reddy Stewart go. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
He was with Minnesota.
He was making plays the other day. Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't make it in Minnesota. He got cut from Minnesota also. Ready, because he went from Chicago to Minnesota
with the Cowboy.
Yeah, and then Flus, when he got to Dallas, they signed him after he got cut.
Then Corey Graham has a great career with the Bills.
Yeah, he went to the Bills.
Ravens.
And I believe
Baltimore, right?
Did he? I believe he ended up in Philly too for
a
year or two. I think so.
Imagine if we kept Tress Way and didn't have to draft another punter.
Yeah. Yeah, he went from Chicago to Baltimore, then played for the Bills, and he won a Super Bowl in Philly. 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Look at that.
He won it with
you, Corey.
Yeah, he won it with Baltimore and won it with Philly. Yeah. Interesting.
I always see these talented players. They put the politics in front of the performance. The last GM and this GM as well. There's no reason Elijah Hicks is on this roster. Rashawn Johnson.
Yeah, why are you not working?
Sorry, the best GM we ever had, George Hallis.
Well, I would say Ernie, what was his name? Jerry Venisi. Venisi would have to be my choice.
Phil almost spit out Ernie Accorsi there for a second.
I honestly thought he was going.
Oh, thank God I didn't. It's fucking.
I fell out of my chair.
His hairpiece fucking lives. Walked on his head.
R.W. McCorders. He was Bears traded for him. Traded like a 6th rounder to San Francisco for him.
Yeah, I liked RW.
R-Dub. He had a couple of really good years.
Wasn't it? Was it Finks who put together the? Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of. Thanks, Mike Huff.
I get it.
Hopefully
there's just
Jim
more.
Finks was great until he ruined his elbow and he was out for the year. That's just a joke between Phil and Mike.
Oh my God.
Oh man. 83 draft. Mike is right. You go back. That's a great 30 for 30. The Bears almost had an even more impressive draft day haul. If you go back and watch that, they almost ended up with Howie Long in a trade.
Who was
with
it?
The Raiders.
Who they have? Jimbo in 83.
And
They
Willie
had
Gault.
Willie Gault. And when did Richard Dent? Richard Dent too, right? No, yeah, Richard Dent.
No,
No,
Dent
Dent was
went in the 8th round.
Yeah.
But what year was Dent? Was he
Right, that's,
83? He might have been 83.
That's what I'm saying. He was also
Yeah.
part of that, right?
Thayer.
Yeah, Dent too, or not, Mark saying Dent too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dent too.
But they almost pulled off the Raiders wanted to move up. That was the John Elway draft. The Raiders thought they had a deal worked out so they could move up with the Colts to number 1, but they had to make a separate deal with Chicago, and one of the people coming back to the Bears for them to give up one of their picks was the Bears wanted Howie Long.
That would have been sick.
Nasty.
Imagine a GM drafting dogs on the defensive line. Oh my God. I live for a day for that. We're going to take this kid from Sand Valley State. He can jump out of a pool. Oh my God.
He's a YouTube star. He's gonna jump out of a pool.
We're going to take this tight end.
Jerron Gilbert.
We're going to take a tight end, guys.
And then you go ahead and you look like 2 years later,
no
like
pass rush.
every regular person in the world could jump out of a fucking pool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
Howie would have been a great Bear, though.
Oh yeah. And then you end up with his son, 2013.
Remember Tommy, not Tommy Boy, but Chris Farley, Hoagies and Grinders. Remember that song? Hoagies.
Yes.
We got to recreate with Ryan Poles, like tight ends and receivers, tight ends and receivers. That's all he drafts.
No, Michael Haynes wasn't a dog. He just he loved dogs. He wasn't
What?
a dog.
Yeah,
He loved
exactly.
animals.
What? He was
the
dogging it.
anti-dog.
He was dogging it out there. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
Do you remember that?
I
Do you
hate.
re-
I fucking yelled at my TV when they drafted Michael Haynes. I was
Do
just.
you-
I was. Go ahead.
Do you remember how they ended up? They ended up with 2 first-round draft picks that year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they traded and they got Grossman too.
Yeah, they
The Jets.
traded up for Dwayne Robertson.
That's what the dude's name.
From
I always
Kentucky.
forget the dude.
Yeah. But the Bears didn't. That was the draft that the Minnesota Vikings let their pick go by.
Expire. Yeah.
So people started going crazy. The
Yeah.
Bears wanted. Do you know who they were going to draft? So
Kevin,
it's 2003.
the dude the Vikings took.
Kevin Williams was their
Kevin
pick.
Williams. Yep.
Yep. And we got Michael Haynes.
Michael fucking Haynes.
Rob Thomas. Michael Simpson was the dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can remember being excited when we picked up Timpson.
I thought Timpson would catch. That
Yeah.
dude was like 50-50 whether he would catch it or not.
Yeah.
No, you and Cherie, Chris. Defer.
Cherie misses him too, Chris.
She does.
That was my guy. This is who I really wanted them to go up and get was Terrell Suggs,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't do
yeah.
that.
Terrell.
Arizona State.
God, he would have been a dog for us.
Low 40. Bears didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they'll draft a wide receiver that doesn't see the field.
Right. Tight end, wide receiver, same shit.
It's yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
Joaquin Iglesias didn't play a game, right?
Oh my God.
He played one game.
Do you want those? Do you feel like
what I-
getting? Do you feel like getting kicked in the balls?
I'm always ready for a beating.
Let me bring this up. If I can find it real quick. Yes. All right. So
fucking Iglesias.
I'm going to take
And
you
White
on a
never scored a
7.
touchdown.
I'm going to take you on a Jerry Angelo 7-year run here. So 2002, in the 3rd round, the Chicago Bears drafted Weezy. Do you remember him? Roosevelt Williams from
Yes.
Tuskegee.
That was probably their best pick.
The
Yeah.
Tuskegee Airmen.
Yes, he played 2 years in the NFL as a 3rd round pick. So 2003, the guy we just talked about, Michael Haynes, 14th overall. He had 4 starts for the Chicago Bears in 3 seasons. 14th
Michael
overall.
Haynes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
2006. This is a guy I was actually excited about when they drafted him. I love the way that he played, but he just could not stay healthy. 3rd rounder, number 73 overall, defensive tackle Dusty Dvoracek from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
he was
Dusty just got hurt. That's what it was.
Yeah, he was the running mate with Tommy Harris at Oklahoma.
Yep.
And he was older when the Bears drafted him. He played 13 games, 3rd round draft pick.
Wow.
So 2007, this is where it gets great. This is after our Super Bowl appearance, by the way. 1st round, Greg Olson, great job. And then we just dove into a fucking cliff head first. 2nd round, defensive end Dan Bazine. 2nd round pick. You are a Super Bowl representative. You drafted a pass rusher in the 2nd round, and he played 0 games in the NFL. But wait, there's more. Your 3rd round pick that year, running back Garrett Wolf. He rushed for 282 yards over 50 games in the NFL.
I went to his high school as a freshman.
Jesus.
And then here's another great one. 3rd rounder linebacker Michael Okwo, Stanford. 3rd rounder, was coined as the replacement for Lance Briggs. Because if you remember, Bernard Berrien and Lance Briggs were both free agents. The Bears were trying to get Berrien back. He ended up in Minnesota, so the Bears pivoted and came back and re-signed Lance Briggs after they had already drafted Michael. It wasn't. They drafted him to be a potential replacement for Lance Briggs. 3rd round pick. He didn't make the fucking team as a rookie and never played in the NFL. So, Dan, your 2nd round pick and your 2 3rd rounders, or a 2nd and a 3rd rounder, 0 games, never played in the NFL.
Sad.
And then you got 50 games out of Garrett Wolf and 282 yards rushing over 50 games. Then Ivan brought up Joaquin Iglesias played 1 snap in the NFL.
Really?
3rd round pick out of Oklahoma.
1 snap.
One special team snap. Oh, yeah, by the way, that was for the Minnesota Vikings.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
I saw his crowning achievement in the NFL in a preseason game in Buffalo where he scored a touchdown. That was Jay Cutler's first ever game as a Bear in preseason when they came to Buffalo that year. That was the Larry Mayer game. You want my autograph? Nope, I'm good.
To Larry Mayer.
Mark Bradley? Is he in that?
Well, no, he's not in that. He was he was playing very well until he shredded his knee again.
Shredded his knee. Was that at the Jets game that
Detroit.
he did? Detroit.
Yep.
That's right.
The
week after the Jets.
Yeah,
game.
he had 88
He had a
yards at
game-winning
halftime.
touchdown.
Yep. So
Mark Bradley.
2008, 3rd round defensive lineman Marcus Harrison from Arkansas.
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember.
He had 3 sacks in 3 years. 2009. So this is
Ian Scott.
2009. Another defensive lineman, Jerron Gilbert, 3rd round.
Pool jumper.
So this, yeah. He played in 5 games for the Bears and Bills.
Jesus Christ.
5 NFL games as a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Jerron Gilbert was not a fit for anything that Lovie Smith believed in on defense.
Right.
He wasn't a quick twitch guy. He was like super long, and he was a bigger guy. He didn't fit. He was slow.
Yeah.
And then I just told you about that was the Joaquin Iglesias. He played 1 special team snap for Minnesota, 3rd-round pick. So out of all of those guys that I just gave you, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3rd-round draft picks out of that group, and 1, 2 second-rounders, and you got nothing for them. That's over a 7-year span. And that's not even taking into account drafting Curtis Enos.
That shit breaks down
in the top
franchises, man. That's what.
But
breaks
that's
down
why
franchises.
that's why the Bears under Lovie Smith were so wildly inconsistent. Because if they lost Brian Urlacher, which was a great player, but when you lost Brian Urlacher on defense,
That was it for your defense.
you were done. That was ball
Right.
game. Ball game over. You'd go out and you would discover a Marcus Robinson, and then he was gone. You remember Devin Aromashadu? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He'd come in. He had that game against Minnesota and Brett Favre. He had 10 for 150, and then you just never heard from him again. Just zero consistency at all. They were up and down and up and down and up and down. Crazy.
Well,
Sad. And that's where you get the roster building GMs that the Bears have had. And it seems like they're following the same pattern.
Yeah.
With this GM. It's going off just off what early return that you got from Ruben Hippolyte. Also, Turner, the defensive tackle, he's done nothing so far. He also was hurt in college and had medical red flags.
So
The
that would
same pattern continues to happen here.
Yeah.
that would be 2 if and I hope he has. I'm wishing him luck on our team. But if he were to not be, thank you, Nicholas. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now you drafted 2 defensive tackles in critical spots where they should be able to contribute, and they're now off your team.
Yeah. Well,
But
and
Dominique Robinson's still here, bro.
And let's be honest,
5th round pick.
Grady Jarrett has injury concerns, and you paid for him.
Yep.
Like you said, Shamar Turner. Jervon Dexter hasn't lived up to the hype. He's flashed here and there. The other 3rd rounder that you took, Pickens, is
cut
on he's on the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was out of the league.
No, he's on the Chiefs practice squad. But that's, yeah.
All right.
You wanted to sign the Bengal D-Down? What was his
I
name?
got to give him credit there because I don't know if a lot of that was his first move as Bears GM for Flus to go out and get him that guy.
Who won?
And he
what was his name?
Larry Ogunjobi.
Ogunjobi.
And he was at Hallis Hall ready to come in and sign
Ogunjobi.
his deal and failed his physical, and Poles yanked the contract. I mean, that had to have been tough. That's
He
your
probably
first.
cried.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Safety. Oh my god.
Fucking journeyman safeties. Fucking.
I can't stand Poles. I'm sorry. Just he's that wet blanket looking at it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Criminally inept, as KB Zart is saying. KBZ Art? Kibs Art? He is. I don't know what we're going to do there. I don't know what we're doing at pass rush. Montez Sweat has not been.
He's got like an 8
up to standard at all.
He's got like an 8.5% win rate as a pass rusher, as a Bear. 8%.
That's terrible.
Not great.
8 out of 100?
It's terrible.
8%.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna see somebody in the chat had it too. I think a lot of people are gonna be ushered out in 2026. And I think there's gonna be some big names tied along with it, and you're gonna see a totally different, especially on defensive roster.
Gotta get some winners up there up front.
Well, it's not built the right way. I mean, you're the 5th highest paid defensive team in the NFL.
You're playing
for what you're getting, and who is your stalwart? Like I said, I don't think I'm as low on Jalen as Phil is, but if people want to sit here and say that Jalen is an elite shutdown corner, top 3 cornerback, he is not. That is not. Jalen is not.
Another guy that's always hurt. They pay him, and he's hurt, Shane.
Yeah.
They paid Cole Kmet. He always is sucking.
Yeah, I mean, as good as Kyler Gordon is,
he's hurt
all the time.
All the time. But he'll do a backflip.
Yeah.
It's like
he ain't fucking shooting any fucking webs. I don't understand how these fucking guys are hurt all the time. All the time.
Yeah, and what did they say yesterday?
He was like ready to play, then he's not.
Yeah, well, you knew they weren't going to play him, Phil. That's the fucking bye week this week. It really made no sense when you can buy yourself, potentially another week. We know they're gonna err on the. I honestly, I wasn't
Brisker
mad
as well.
about that.
Bill's right. Brisker's always fucking hurt, and he's bad. They'll probably fucking extend him tomorrow. And we'll all be like, I still remember the day they extended fucking, what's his name? Fucking Tyreek Steve, what's his name? Tariq Cohen.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck are we paying Tariq Cohen for?
Well, they tried.
Oh my God.
Who was it when they tried to pay somebody when Tyreek got his, and then they ended up just signing him to an extension instead. He never played. He never
played.
signed his extension and then tore up his knee the next week, and then his life really went down. I mean, his brother got electrocuted and running from the police, and his entire life took a left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah, Brisker. I don't know how they built. In all my years of watching Bears football, Ryan Poles builds the roster the worst. He lucked into Caleb, Rome, Adunze, and then everything else just seems to follow the same injury shit. And I don't know what you're trying to win the North and never give it back, but you never draft dogs. You have a certain personality trait that you draft, and it falls in line with soft. Just be honest. It's pathetic. What they're putting out there is not, they can get a veteran like Byard that has the the standard of what it is you want, but you're looking at young kids. You're going to have to freaking take some bad boys in hopes that the coach is going to be able to
You have to have faith, right, in
mold
your
them.
coaches.
Yeah, you can't be taking these fucking soft ass players. Like, listen, I like Colston Loveland. We've said it 100 times. We'll always say it. If never in my life would I have taken a tight end in the
Never.
top 10.
Nope.
Nope. Should have traded down.
It's pathetic. It's wrong. And what are you getting from it?
And ironically, if you trade down, you still can get a pick like a running back that you would have probably needed.
100%. Even if you stayed there, I would have taken Mikael Williams, the pass.
Yeah, you would have had a 6'6", 270-pound, 20-year-old defensive lineman
Or that.
to have a corner piece moving forward.
Exactly. I wanted Banks big time, and he would be your left tackle because the pass rusher and tackle were the biggest needs, and then running back.
Banks was
so
off
easy.
Banks was off the table. I don't think you were trading.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's what we would have wanted. That's what I would have drafted if he was there. But once he wasn't there, based on who was there, definitely Mikael Williams.
Oh yeah, the way that it worked out, 100%.
That would have been a home run. A 270-pound, 6'6" D end who can get after it.
Yeah,
plays with aggressiveness.
But that's the thing, and I mean, even when it comes to Colston Loveland, I know that he got hurt, but he hasn't gotten really a fair shot yet. To the first game, they didn't use him at all.
Yeah, but I don't even know what is. I don't see it. Like I don't. What is he?
Who, Colston?
Yeah, he's a weapon.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna stretch the field for you. But what does he have? 2 catches?
2 catches, yeah.
And then he,
and
hurt
he
his
was
hip.
Injured before.
Yeah, he was injured his last year in Michigan.
Coming into the draft, he was injured and had to sit out OTAs and all that because he was injured. It's the same fucking pattern with this clown. Can't identify need and need type. I talked to Olin. It's clear that us saying that he drafts guys that are like him.
Yeah.
He sucked. So that kind of personality is not going to build. You're going to get a soft fucking team. And when you have a quarterback like this, like, I'm sorry, Shane just destroyed every Caleb hater. We do it with the tape, and a lot of people don't have patience for that. So, okay, we'll give you a stat. He's the best first-round overall pick in the history of the game based on how he's played so far.
Well, yeah, if you want,
and how he's played
stats.
has been an utter shit show organization that he overcame to do that. And now he's got a coach that has an offensive philosophy that kind of correlates to the talent and vice versa as they try to find their identity together. And there's no doubt he's the best player on the whole entire team. Yet you still have fans with their thumb in their ass trying to fucking create some sort of narrative. I mean, no offense, but you have a fucking local guy, Carm, talking about Tyson Bagent. It's like, what world are we in? Tyson Bagent could tie his shoe. That's it. He's a backup, good, up-and-coming, young backup quarterback. Caleb Williams is a superstar. It's like comparing your local musician to Prince. That's the comparison. It's like, what are you fucking doing here?
Can't compare anybody to Prince, really.
And that's where I put Caleb in that high end category. He's the best I ever scouted. And we see it every week. Yet we don't, and I don't say we as in us, I say we, the fans, these blog boys, have no understanding of patience and growth in an offense for a quarterback. Chicago has never been able to have nice things, and they've never had a talent like this. Caleb is as talented as Cutler was. Caleb's 50 times better in regards to God-given ability. It's just that easy to see. And then you watch these throws. I mean, the touchdown throw to fucking Atunze alone is outstanding.
Yeah, he can't throw with anticipation, right?
Oh my God. He throws it when his back is turned on a dime over the linebacker in between the safety.
Well, he
And
also can't see the field, so
these guys,
he's got like some type of learning development, some shit like that, or whatever the fuck these people are
hero
making.
ball. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and this is the thing, and I mean, Swanky's actually right. This having the quarterback figured out and having that portion of it that you don't have to have a huge, massive question mark on, that is going to make things easier moving forward to fill holes. Now that you know that. When you have the quarterback figured out, it makes things better. But now it turns on to, can Ryan Poles figure it out? And that's where I just have no confidence in him. I mean, to me, it's pure hope and wishing and praying that he figures it out. And Ben can have all the input that he wants. But I mean, Ben, if you're putting the Colston, and again, guys, and I know there's people saying that Colston's going to be a dog. It's not a, I don't give a, you still don't draft a fucking tight end in the top 10 as a 5-win team. It's bad business. It's horrific roster construction every time. And I know we've said it a million times. It's nothing against the player. You just don't do it.
We say it like a day after the draft, and then the local media catches up 3 weeks into the season. And that's the difference. And I don't care. I know fans know where TTNL has said things, and some fans, you amazing fans, will step up and say, Phil and Shane, Ben said that. Stop. Phil was talking about Harold Fannin Jr., that we can get that guy. Fans get it. I know what a fraud is. I'm no flip-flopper. I don't flip-flop or change directions or try to delete what I was saying to fit a narrative like Swifty did. You're pathetic. All over. You got no football acumen. You're a pretender when you do that stuff. Take your lumps. Own the bullshit. Own the wrongs. Then I have so much respect for people. But no respect for somebody who tries to delete and try to manipulate what you said. And clever wording of things. There'll be no clever wording of things, so I have a way out. This is what I see. This is what I believe. That's why I was so high on I just had his name in my head. The attack Ursery. And I was begging Poles to draft him there in the second round because I knew the need. And I was a big fan of Mike Green. And I knew that would help the Bear. And I was a huge fan of Cam Scatterbo was my number 2 back in the draft. You think he would be good for this Bears team? Have an identity with that guy? Yeah. Yeah. But the reality is Ryan Poles and the McCaskies draft a certain way. And that supersedes that personality trait that they're trying to look for. It doesn't it supersedes business in a sense of football. And that's where you fail, because you should find the football players first and put them in front of everything. And the Bears just haven't done that. I hope Ozzie Trapillo goes out there and balls out, but I really believe we're going to see Trapillo stay at right tackle and Darnell Wright will come back and play left tackle, and that's what you're going to get. But when you have this kind of culture of the Chicago Bears that want a certain personality, then they fail. They'll never win Super Bowls. You'll never be a consistent winner until you get McCaskey to stop meddling. And if you say he doesn't, that he's just a fan, that's bullshit. We got to check with George. How many times have you heard it? So if Ryan Poles continues to be Georgie's little errand boy, then you're never going to win consistently because you're not drafted. Your nice guys finish fucking last. There's got to be a certain personality that's different. We don't have them. You know, for every Joe Tooney there is, and Joe Tooney, it happens to be a nice guy.
TTNL did not say to draft Omarion Hampton.
We did not. There's nice guy and Joe Tooney, who happens to be a really quality football player. He is the odd. You don't find many of those guys. So you got to find a mixture of both. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting these fucking defensive tackles in the second round that fucking fail. You're going to have to cut then. They play one game. I mean, you see the pattern. Shane brought you all the way back to 2000 with Jerry Angelo's draft. So,
and I'm not saying that you have to hit on everyone. I mean, there's outside factors, and I mean, it's not as difficult to find out now, but back, then you didn't know. It was much harder to find out how these kids were gonna react when they have a fat wallet when they come into the league. You didn't know. Now most of these draft picks with the NIL money out there, they are coming in. Like, I mean, Caleb already had 10 mil his last year at USC. So that's not a big part of it. But again, I'm not saying that you're gonna hit on every one of these, but this is what I know. People like to take shots at us, and then they say, "Oh, look, TTNL is out there praising themselves." But we're out there. We've really rode against consensus just because of things that we believed in, and have taken a ton of bullets for it. I mean, last year there was so many Bears fans, people that we've known forever, coming after us. With Caleb. Oh yeah, look at TTNL. And look at Jaden Daniels and look at what Bo Nix is doing, what Drake May's doing. I wouldn't trade. I'm still taking Caleb. I wouldn't take Bo Nix in a first rounder for Caleb. I wouldn't take Drake May in a first rounder for Caleb. Jaden Daniels too. I wouldn't.
I'm with you 100%.
Write it down and come and vilify me for it. Great. I don't care. I believe in what I see. Careers aren't written after 1 year or one game or one horrific coaching staff
or 1/3 of a season. I've never been more embarrassed of Bears fans than I was watching them chant Green Bay sucks when we're about to lose to the Vikings. And then Bears fans joining some sort of circus clown show posse trying to attack Caleb Williams. And then the Bears media I was embarrassed for. And I was like, why am I even doing this shit? Why are we doing this? Talking back. People just don't understand football. Like, you're going to fucking destroy Caleb Williams after what poor Caleb Williams went through last year? Yeah, he's playing fucking video games because the fucking coaching staff and the culture sucked. The fucking leaders of the locker room are pointing fingers at one another, running lazy ass routes and not giving a fuck. But God, that Caleb's got to fucking be the leader, be this. He's a kid with no fucking direction from anybody. That's why he was saying they didn't even tell me how to watch film or what they wanted me to watch. And it gets misconstrued. I understand where he was coming from. And Shane hit it out of the park. But in all of that story and everything, if Caleb puts up those numbers, which, by the way, are the best ever for a Bears rookie ever in the history of the franchise, then he must be the greatest to ever live because he's not studying. He's with a shitty coaching staff, one of the shittiest offensive lines you'd ever see, a shitty play caller, which, by the way, got fired, and a head coach who got fired, and another OC. But yeah, he put those things together. Should have beat Mr. Jaden Daniels in the Hail fucking Mary game and all of this shit.
Who drove you down the field in that game to get you the game-winning touchdown?
Caleb.
Yes.
Drove him down, scored. Who beat Green Bay?
And who was the head coach that said, "Oh, I understand we gave up a free 13 yards."
15.
But it did that didn't matter. What?
What?
Yeah, it did. Guess what, Flus? He wasn't throwing it to the end zone had you not given those up.
So it's pathetic. Like, if you can't get behind and stand up for someone who's been completely treated negligent, who's been mistreated, and see the kind of chaos he's having to grow in, and you can't get behind him, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Phil,
You're just an absolute
the mic drop is he's the only, at the time, was the only rookie quarterback in the history of the NFL. In history, to have experts, to have fans come out and say, well, he should have turned the ball over more. I mean, let that part of it's
That's true.
If I have so many people in my DMs every day, it's fine. You don't like Caleb. Okay. Be man or woman enough just to fucking admit it. I don't give a shit. But when you come to me with, he should have just thrown, he should have thrown more picks. I would have been fine with it if he threw more picks, because then it means he's trying. What? No, if he threw more picks, you'd be vilifying him for that. Carm. Right?
100%.
Would be.
What we called that then. That would be your sword to stab. Would be, look at how many turnovers he has. Bears fan, you live that shit. You live these young quarterbacks throwing picks all over the fucking place. Can't move the football. This guy in crunch time is at an all-time level. Like, I don't know what you, even if they fucking made the field goal, I feel like, all right, Caleb's going to bring us down and give us a shot to win. I'm dead serious. That's how much confidence. I've been on the other end of that. Brett Favre, the game ain't over for fucking shit. Brett could throw 4 picks, and they're still in this fucking game. And until that clock hits zeros, I don't count anything as a win with Brett Favre. As much as I hated that dude, I got to give him his due. He's a fucking, when the game was on the line, that motherfucker would make plays.
Yeah, and Osmonic.
Caleb's on another level.
This is so I'm going to put 2 comments up here back to back. Is why do they hate at him when he was so lauded? Because of because of the nail polish? Yes. I'll repeat what I've said here.
There's dudes like Sam Acho, whose pussy is so wet.
Emmanuel.
whatever, him, Emmanuel, just a big giant waste of a human being, talking head, is so agitated and jealous of Caleb. It's easy and pathetic to see it at the same. He enjoys Caleb's, troubles, that kind of guy. Same with Chris Canty. He loves the attention from the Bears fan base
100%.
by completely shitting on Caleb Williams. That's another layer to this. These guys are so
Phil,
soft,
it goes beyond it again, and a lot of fans looked at Justin Fields, and like I said, he looked like a Marvel superhero in his uniform. And they look at Caleb, and Caleb has got painted nails sometimes, and he's into fashion, and he's got a pink phone, and all of that shit. A lot of people in society are going to put Caleb in a certain section that they're never going to let him come out of. There's fans. I mean, I've had people say to me, "Oh, you can't lead a team if you have nail polish on your fingernails." It's just whatever. It's fine. Just admit that that's the reason, and I would actually respect you more than to make it up and try to dance around the fucking topic. And right, and where was the other one that I starred? Hold on. See if I can find it. Factor One says Caleb just has a certain vibe that doesn't seem humble enough for people to like. What has he been boisterous about and not humble? He's been completely humble.
You honestly, guys, you can't believe these fake AI quotes that people will end up sharing. Caleb Williams says this, like, these aren't even real, and people are believing this shit. I don't even. What has Caleb done to show any signs of arrogance in your experience, Shane? Could you think of something that he's done as a Chicago Bear?
No, Phil.
The gray shirt.
He's
what?
Right. He's done not like I said. The people that are complaining already have their minds made up about who Caleb is, and they have his career written. They're not going to like Caleb Williams in 2030. They're not. They have their own set of issues that they should handle. Do I give a fuck if Caleb Williams had a fucking pink phone or a fucking?
I didn't.
I don't give a shit. It's a zero factor in my life. Imagine living your life and that dictating how you fucking thought about your favorite football team. Did you see his phone?
Gothic
crazy
vampire culture type shit. We lost friends over Justin Fields. Think about that. Justin Fields was a below average.
That's why Cool Kennedy's not here anymore.
Below average quarterback. Period. If Ryan Poles gets props for anything, it's for understanding that. From me, he understood it like I did.
But Leo, this is what I'm saying.
Win with this dude.
I've never looked at Caleb and thought that he came off as cocky since he's been here in Chicago. I didn't follow everything that he did. Like Phil and I had a conversation today. The one thing that I think is really dumb for Caleb to say publicly, and I disagree with him, and I happen to think he's full of shit on this, is, I don't believe in nerves. I don't get nervous.
He doesn't get nervous.
Stop, dude.
I agree with you. I don't know how.
That's bullshit.
I get nervous all the time coaching, let alone when I was playing. I would get nervous. You'd have until the first play, then it would go away. I can't say he's lying, but the odds are very stacked against him. Like, I don't know. I agree with you on that. That's the one thing I could say. I don't know about that. But Charles D is not wrong. When someone hates something,
right, exactly.
it's a projection of themselves.
But that's why we got so pissed off, Phil, during this process with Caleb. When people listen, like, I'll bring up the name and I'll probably get a DM about it tomorrow. But like Greg Gabriel, when he went out and said the Bears will not draft Caleb Williams, because I know he was never the same quarterback after the Notre Dame game. Those weren't my words. You know, Greg said that, and it was all bullshit. But people are going to look at that because Greg worked in the NFL for decades, been in multiple Super Bowls with multiple organizations. That's fine. People are going to look at that and just essentially say, well, he knows because he was there. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. We showed you why the Notre Dame game was bullshit. If you were a patron, ask any patron in the chat and ask if we were lying about that. We went through pass for pass in the Notre Dame game. And guess what? Still have it here. I'll have this little card here for the entirety of his career, right here on my desktop. He wasn't a good quarterback after the Notre Dame game. 1,612 yards, 124 of 185, 67%, 7 touchdowns, 1 pick with another 5 rushing touchdowns. But he told me he was bad. You know what was bad? USC's defense was historically bad.
Yeah.
And I have the numbers for that too. If somebody wants to try to disprove me on that, it's fine.
I don't know how many times we'll have to continue to defend Caleb Williams. I hope it gets to the point where it's just a known that this guy is just an absolute talented quarterback. I think you have to frame this
I just got Stewart's comment. I missed the key phrase there in the second word. It's a Caleb favorite, the understandment.
But I think we have to frame this for Bears fans and football fans. It's not about your fantasy football points. It's about the position and what it asks to be done. And when you watch Caleb Williams throw the football and make choices in critical situations, he delivers all the time. The surrounding talent has lacked in its job. As Shane was putting it earlier, if Cole Kmet catches that ball or both those balls, the numbers on the score sheet change immensely. Stats aren't going to tell the story. They're never going to do it. You just have to understand football and what the position of quarterback entails. And when you watch a talent like this play for a team that has always lacked at that department, the quarterback department, it's something different. And I'll just tell you this as well. I want my quarterback to be a little cocky. I want him to be a little cocky, a little arrogant, a little confident in there, because all those things mix together and they make something special. And that's what you need at the quarterback position, something special. And what Caleb has been served here in Chicago in regards to the front office has been pathetic. I mean, people would, if it was a restaurant, people wouldn't even go there. They'd walk out. So it's time to start standing up for the player and believing in the player, because he's going to have a bad game. But if you're that night crawler waiting in the fucking trees, in the dirt, wherever you're standing, to jump in, see, he had you don't get the game of football. It's going to happen. There's going to be bad games. Every one of them, every great quarterback has them. He's writing his story now. And from everything I've ever looked at in regards to Caleb Williams, I am so happy. He's the one thing I can get excited about on Sundays, because I know it's going to be exciting to watch what he does each and every play. I mean, every play, this guy, I mean, these pockets aren't great. He's evading, alleviating, and throwing.
Do you think Max Crosby was full of shit when
that's true.
said that he's a player? I mean,
Tom Brady. Did you listen to Tom talk about him? Like, yeah, this guy's the real.
Did Tom say? But there was a point while he was at USC where he had a pink phone. No.
Do you think Tom Brady would have the Raiders trade for him?
Oh. Yeah.
New York Minute. It's embarrassing.
We went through it with Cap, Phil. What was it? It was either 6 or 7 quarterbacks in the league.
In the entire
And
league.
I don't want to hear future and past. I'm saying today, you trade straight up for everything that is today. I can't remember what it was. It was either 6 or 7 that Cap would take today over Caleb.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Well, that's what happens when you put him on the spot. Cap did wiggle out of him saying benching Caleb. No, I said, would you?
But he
never bench Caleb Williams.
He wasn't alone in that. I mean, there was lots of
pathetic, to be honest.
People. I mean, what's his face? Colin Cowherd still
on
the train.
Should just get pushed off of radio. It's pathetic.
I just think Colin's trying to he's doing the Emmanuel Acho thing now that he's
I'm
in
Emmanuel
Chicago.
Acho, and I approve this message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Emmanuel. She's got nice tits, Emmanuel.
He was I know where we want to go, Phil, before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Where you wanted to address the Didi Kikabwala Ben Johnson halftime.
God,
Speaking of Emmanuel Acho.
Oh my God. That's why I said he's a big.
Actually, let me bring out Cherie. Can you come
wet.
out for a second?
Yeah,
Ken?
she can. She's giving you.
Did you see the halftime stuff with Ben and Didi Kikabwala?
Oh, when she had that awkward interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a female, did you have any issue with Ben Johnson's reaction or rebuttal to her?
No, I thought he was being a smartass. Like, yeah, of course we made adjustments. What type of fucking questions?
I think it will be just fine, he said.
Right.
But yeah, Emmanuel Acho said his exact words, Ben Johnson be tripping, with how he
be
treated
tripping.
her. Yeah.
He'd be tripping right on your fucking head, Emmanuel. You're so fucking embarrassing and dumb. All these guys are so. Let me just say this as a coach, when you're going into half pissed off and you have a reporter being a smartass, because that's what she was doing. It hasn't been good either. Yeah, no shit. No shit, it's not good. I have no problem with the way Ben handled her.
No, I didn't see an issue
You're
with it.
trying to make some fucking big ass problem. It's that Karen shit. Falling down like you're hurt. If you're offended by Ben Johnson's fucking answer to her and her shitty question,
I don't think she was offended by it.
No.
she's smiling. He got fired up. I would have been fucking fired up as well.
And I think her reaction was her realizing that, okay, that was a stupid.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. Yeah, we've all been there.
Exactly. You know, we got something up our sleeves. Okay? We got some tricks up our sleeves, Eberflus.
I don't know what's up yours. That was that same game, remember? The Jason Leisure.
Oh my God. I have no problem with it. I think anybody making a big deal out of it shows who they are.
But John Gruden was right. Those interviews are dumb. They're meaningless. You're never going to get anything good. Right.
They're coming off of the field, going into halftime. They're not trying to talk to nobody. They need to get their team together. So yeah, it's pointless to try to stop them as they're going into the locker room.
I'd be like Phil being in the middle of a rant when the Bears just got monkey stomped. And I just come out and I said, Phil, do you like creamy or crunchy peanut butter? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it's.
And then you look at the Chicago Bears. I mean, I go up to Chicago to Barstool, and I hear Eddie and all these negative Bear fans. How about Caleb Williams taking it right down the field at crunch time? All you bloggers, all you negative Chicago people. Bears win. Bears look great.
Shut the fuck up, blog boys.
Duval.
There you go, a little Gruden audio. Should we call Angelo to check in on him quick?
No.
We wrap up. No?
We don't. He's fine.
All right. He's fine. Gotta get him on next week, Shane.
He was on
riding
a Bronco, riding a bull.
Riding a bull.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, this is the welcome to the bye week. I wasn't a fan of the early bye week, but I think that the way that it played out for this team, it's falling at the perfect time. You know, even in terms of injuries and all of that, I think it's coming at a good time for them.
Yeah.
Ben said that
good time for me too. Get a break from Bears.
And Phil, one thing too, that he had them practice yesterday and today. A lot of other Bears coaches in the past would have said, all right, guys, just get out of here. Go
to Cancun. 1, 2, 3, Cancun, right, Hoodie?
Yeah.
Montez Sweat's ready, Hoodie. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Hopefully the real Montez Sweat shows up again. God, we need a pass.
Corn Planner made it. Corn. Of all shows you
Claudio
missed.
was on.
Jackal was here. Claudio was on.
Holy shit. Matt Waldman stopped in to say hello.
We invited Aldo Gandia back. He stopped in for a short clip.
Bratcher came back.
Tooch moved from Iowa.
Bratcher showed up.
Yeah, Bratcher got married, and he's divorced already. It's crazy. Greg still is at home from Vegas to his loving family.
Greg still in Vegas.
Corn Planter's late for one fucking show. And he fucking misses all the fireworks.
Fucking Jackal was tremendous tonight. You got to rewind it back.
Coach O getting in a fist fight with Angelo live on air.
Shit in your hat and get the hell off the field, Brisker.
Yep.
Anyway, we've done it all, Shane. We don't have to predict anything this week. I predict the Bears fans have a great weekend.
Keys, guys, is what changes do you anticipate in the lineup for the Commanders game? I think TJ's back. I think Kyler's back. I think
I better see a different outcome.
I think running game.
Theo Benedict will be your starting left tackle. If Darnell Wright is not ready to go, Ozzie Trapillo will be your starting right tackle. But I think Darnell will be back. That's what I think. So I think it'll be Darnell on the right, Benedict on the left. Everything else will remain the same. Colston Loveland practiced. Kyler Gordon practiced.
Oh, that's good. Colston practiced?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know if Cole Kmet was on the jugs machine by chance?
I do not know that, but according to sources, he's working on it. We'll see.
Yeah, put him on the jugs.
I haven't heard anything about Karen.
I've not heard anything.
Karen Amagaji.
Karan.
I haven't heard about Karan either, but yeah, it's not great. Yeah, they put him on IR, so I don't know.
That's what I'm predicting, but I don't know where Darnell's health is right now. Did he practice?
I don't believe so.
Kmet,
you don't need him. You didn't need Darnell practicing today.
Can you make me a Kmet the Frog t-shirt?
I'm not the t-shirt guy.
Oh, I thought he was still there. He's just like Cole Kmet. He's green and he drops everything with those hands. Kmet the Frog.
Kmet the Frog. Anyways, Cherie demanded that we get out of here early tonight. We're like,
yes.
Cherie, we wanted
Cherie's
to put in
right.
We wanted to put in a 6-hour banger.
Oh my God, Greg, droning on and on. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Need to hear from him, Jimbo.
Yeah. So, Cherie, do you have any fun plans for No Bears football this weekend?
No, nothing going on this. I think I got a couple of plays I'm going to over the weekend, but
what?
What play?
I go to a lot of like local. I'm really big into theater, so I go see a lot of local.
Oh.